You know why I'll tell you exactly what it is. Remember last week we talked about enablers. And I talked about the enablers as the people around us who allow us to do things which are not good for us. Yeah. Sometimes the enabler is us.
Yes.
Sometimes the enabler is us, where we allow ourselves to do something which is not good for ourselves. And it's like we have the budget, but we still give more because we can and we want to and we feel good about it and we know it's for the family, and so it doesn't really matter because what goes around comes around and it all comes back to us, so it's all okay. But it's not very organized, and you sort of break your own rules when you plan the money at the beginning of the month, and then you end up spending more. And you know why it's good to keep an exact number and not go over? It's really good as an example for kids, because if kids see parents spending more, then the kids will spend more. But if the kids see the parents, if the kids see the parents sitting at the kitchen table going, okay, this is the money for this, and this is the money for this, and this is the money for this, and we organize this like this, then they see how everything works.
They understand.
Yeah.
That nothing is free.
Yeah, exactly. They learn the systems and how the systems work. And when I was young, I never had that, right? I never saw my parents budgeting and organizing money, and they never explained it to me. It was this kind of weird abstract thing that there was money and my parents had money and they spent it on things when it was necessary. But I didn't ever see them organizing things, so I had no plan, nobody to follow, and nobody to copy, no understanding of these things. And still today, you can see still today, I still have problems with it. I still have to think about it and sit down and organize it in a logical way. And with this, I'm 100 times better than my partner, and I'm not good at this. Which means I need to be 200 times better, because I need to be 100 for myself and 100 for my partner as well. And that's crazy. That's crazy, because nobody, I'll tell you something, this is fucked up, right? Nobody has ever said to me in my life, hey, you are spending too much. No one has ever said to me, hey, you need to get organized. No one has ever said to me, hey, I've got a system for you. I can help you. Look at this. No one has ever said that to me my entire life. That's crazy. I've been surrounded by family and friends and other people and students and clients and business people. Nobody has ever said that to me, ever. I think that's crazy, because I think that's so important.
Yeah, it's so important, but it's some border or some zone about the personal zone. It's about the money.
Yeah, it's kind of not logical, right?
Yeah.
Because it would be good to sit down with your family, and your parents-in-law, and sit down and say,
I think
let's talk about
the same as for example as food.
Yeah.
What is healthy, what is not. It's but I think the people. It's the power of money. The people has some block to tell them.
Do you know what else is? Yeah. Do you know what else is scary? Do you know what else is scary? None of the parents of any of my partners or girlfriends in the past, none of the parents ever sat down with me and said, let's talk. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about planning. Let's talk about organization. Let's talk about, visions. Let's talk about money. Let's talk. Never happened. Nobody ever sat down. That to me is just so logical and practical. Like when my daughters grow up and they have partners, it's their partner, it's their choice. I get it, but it's my family.
Yes.
So I'm going to be like, okay, come on, sit down. Okay, let's talk. Right? I'm going to be, okay. You want to be with my daughter? Okay, tell me why. Why do you want to be with my daughter? What are you going to provide for her? How are you going to look after her? Because you make a problem or you fuck with my daughter, I'll fucking kill you. Right? And I think that
your problems will be my problems.
Oh yeah, well, what goes around comes around, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's family.
Yeah, exactly. I'd want to protect my family, and I want my family to know that I'm protecting them, as well. And when I look at those relationships, where the fuck have all the men gone? Where have all the men gone? Where have they gone? Really? What's happened to them? Not one father has ever sat me down and given me the speech. Not one father has ever talked to me.
My father-in-law
Did it?
Did it.
That's good.
Yeah, with me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
See, that's a positive sign.
Yeah.
That's serious people.
Yeah.
That's serious people. People thinking about the future. That's great. Yeah. That's great. But
we're talking about the relations, about the future. With the gun on the table.
Yeah.
It's real.
That's where the men are. Okay? That's where the men are. Yeah, but these seriously, where were the men as examples to their daughters of what a man should be? Because if the father is not there as the father, then how can the daughter understand what a man is?
Yes. And
what to look for, the characteristics to look for in a partner? They can't understand that if, and when you get the talk, right? When you get the talk, it's serious.
Yeah.
When you get the talk, it's serious because it's like we care. We care, and we love our family, and we're interested in our family, and we want what's best for our family. And if you're going to come into our family and spend time with our family, we expect you to provide value. We expect you to set a good example for everyone else. We expect you to bring something into the environment, into the relationship, and not just be taking things. And I think that's a perfectly logical, perfectly normal, perfectly acceptable conversation to have. And it's something that I've never experienced. And that's crazy. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Not one father of any partner that I had in the past, just read me the rules. These are the rules. You want to be with my daughter? Okay, these are the rules. Okay, so you take it seriously.
Yeah.
They never did that. And if that serious element is not there, then you don't take the relationship seriously. So, it's whatever. If some guy came to one of my daughters and the guy's like, well, I don't know, whatever, we will see. I'd be like, no. No, it's like it's not a game, right? It's not a game. Yeah. You need to think. Go away. Think about it. And come back to me when you're ready, right? Because you're not having a relationship with my daughter. You're having a relationship with me.
Yeah.
So you go away and think about it. And when you want to be with my daughter, you come back to me and we'll talk about it. You go behind my back, I'll fucking kill you, right? So, and that's just, I think that's so natural, and it's where the father should be. And that also leads to talking about money as well. Okay, what is your job? What are your future plans for your job? What is your work? Maybe even, do you need help? Where can I help you? What do you need help with in your work? Is there something that we can help you develop? If you've got any ideas, it's not just talking, but helping at the same time, providing advice, counselling, and support, all of those things. And that's never happened either. No father of any partner has.
My father and my mother. No. My father-in-law. He did it. Yeah. 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm in a police.
The talk.
Yeah.
The talk. But it's good. It's what you want. It's what you want. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I know it. I know his expectations.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
Because those are rules.
I heard his recommendations. For example, it's on you. He didn't speak as you must do that. No, it was, there were open questions. Open questions, not closed questions. Open questions about, you have to thinking about it.
And it's good because it passes from generation to generation.
Yeah.
And it gives the family a framework. I always say you need some rules. You need some rules about what your, as you said, expectations. That's a great word to use, expectations. What you expect people to do, how you expect people to react, what you expect people to here's a really personal thing. One of my problems with Yanka is that she has no expectations. There's no expectations. Okay, where do you want to live? Wherever. Okay, what kind of quality of life do you expect? Okay, what kind of clothes do you expect? You want to always be buying the cheapest stuff, or you want to have some kind of quality in terms of that? What about food? Are you going to buy? Are you going to think about this type of food or this type of food? Are you going to buy this because it's the cheapest and it's on sale, or are you going to read the label, read the ingredients, and check the things that are there? And I don't know if I told you this. I told one student, I don't know if I told you this, that one day I came home from work and the kids were at the table and they were eating yogurt, but it was the cheapest co-op Jednotka quality, which is not quality yogurt, right? It's chemicals and not real fruit. And I came home and the kids were at the table eating this and Yanka was eating this, and I went around and I picked up all of the yogurts while they were eating them, and I went over to the bin and I threw them in the bin. I closed the bin and I said, my family will not eat shit. And the kids were like crying. And I said, I'm sorry, but I have to do what I have to do to make sure that my family has the standard and the level that I will accept. And this is below the line. I will not have my children eating this, which is not food. And I'm sorry if you like it, but that's below the line for me. I won't accept it. I don't want that. I don't want this in my life, and I don't want it in my kids' life. And that's it. And, kids were crying, and Yanka was shocked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's That's honest. That's me being honest about it, right?
Yes.
I just picked up the food, threw it in the bin. I said, "You're not having that. You're not touching that, and I don't care. You're going to find something better. I don't know. Go and eat if you're hungry, go eat a banana or an apple or something. But I don't want you eating this cheap food that's full of chemicals. It's not real food." And then I had to talk to then I had to talk to Yanka about it. I had to say, "Look, what is going to be the result of eating this food? You know, what good is going to come from this? The children will have chemicals in them. They won't be able to focus. There'll be a lot of sugar. They'll be a bit crazy. The body can't use it as nutrition, so they can't develop health. There's nothing good. You bought something cheap because it was on sale and it was bad, and I understand that, but there's a line somewhere, and we don't go under the line. If you have a problem, we talk about it. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
We talk about it. Okay, is there a problem with the budget? Is there not enough money? What do we spend more on? What do we spend less on? How do we work it out? And
it's about the talking.
Yeah.
I know. I feel now we are talking enough, but still has potential. To know the thinking, because the woman thinking is a little bit different than men thinking. It's good to go one together and one around. Yeah,
Well, you have to.
It's about the food. Yeah, it's about the food. It's about the drink. We have rules at home. I don't know. I think the children don't need to eat every day the perfect ham or perfect bio bananas, bio yogurt. But it's about the good balance.